All right, I want to welcome you here this evening. Lady Comet basketball playoffs playing here at Bridge Creek against Walters. And, of course, the Lady Comets coming off a big win yesterday, getting that big playoff dub against the Dibble Demons, 45-24. Girls played good for 4 quarters, played all out as they've shown resilience this season. Got a big playoff win yesterday, so continuing their season, Walters, as we get ready to turn it down to the floor here in just a moment. Coach Hannah, what are your thoughts as we approach this game?
Well, I made a comment to a few people because I happened to be watching the game online, and I just thought our girls played hard the other night. And I think when you do those things, good things happen. And Haley Combs had a great game. I think they talked about it. She had a double-double, and she's our point guard. So that's pretty impressive. They're really hard fighting team.
All right, now we'll turn down here for the starting 5 for both teams.
All right, here tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the Walters Lady Devils. Number 11.
And your starting lineup here, number 11, Trista Ford. The Blue Devils, number 21, Emily Robinson. Number 22, Mason Edgman. Number 25, Emma Youngblood. And number 42, Lacey Murray. And that's your 5 for the Blue Devils.
Number 25, Emma Youngblood. Number 42, Lacey Murray. And now here's our starting lineup for the Hinton Lady Comets. Number 10.
First for the Lady Comets starting is number 10, Alex Kimball.
Number
11, Haley Combs. 21, Alyssa Hale. 22, Charlie Van Huss. And 24, Sierra Weathers.
Number 22, Charlie Van Huss.
And as always, Lady Comets are coached by Betty Linneberg.
I want to wish her a happy birthday today, too.
It is her birthday. Hopefully we get birthday wins today. That'd be nice.
I like birthday wins.
Hey, anytime we're playing softball on my birthday, I expect to win.
Mm-hmm. All right, so they'll break the huddle here as we get ready for the tip-off. Up at the point, Macy Edgman and Charlie Van Huss for the Lady Comets. And we get everything set here. So we are underway. Blue Devils win the tip. Ford dribbles and leads them from the point. As she's met by Hale. Passes over right to Youngblood, little back and forth. Dribbles left. Spin right, pass that back to Youngblood. From the corner, baseline. Gets that back out with space, just above the elbow. Jumper's no good. Fighting for the rebound there, Kimball. That's saved back. Youngblood And a turnover.
Yeah, and one thing about our defense, we talk about it being a 3-2 defense. It's really a box and one because Alex follows the post wherever she goes as long as she stays in the paint. If she goes outside of the paint, Alex leaves her alone, and then it becomes a 3-2. So it's kind of a box and one, like a hybrid box and one, just from where we're looking at. And we got a pretty good view from up top. So.
And first possession there, good flip to Weathers. She kind of loses control of that. So that'll be a turnover for the first possession for the Lady Comets. It's back in the hands of Ford. Getting that ball to the corner. Youngblood feeds it inside. That rolls around no good as they fight for the rebound. Ms. Combs is going to drive quickly here and take matters into her own hands. Floats it up, rattles around. And rebounded by Macy Edmond.
And that's a great take by Haley Combs. I think she doesn't get the foul called there because, if a referee makes a judgment call and thinks it's a little bit out of control, there's not going to be a foul called.
And Weathers will set up for the inbounds play. Gets that in real quick, kind of tosses that around, loses it for a moment. We have a jump ball.
Jump ball to the Comets.
And so far what I see is Lady Comets are coming out and playing hard. I think they play with a lot of pride. I think everybody, all of our listeners will probably agree with that, all of our spectators here.
And Van Hus with some space off glass, banks it. First shot, first points belong to Lady Comets.
With the first points of the game, 2 points.
And Ford gets that back over to Ed Robinson. Robinson dribbles right, back left. Youngblood from the corner, cross-court pass. That sets up for the open shot, banks it.
Yeah, and that's something, being in this 3-2 defense, it's meant to cover that outside shot.
And we get a quick shot here by Hale. And just a little bit far right on that one.
Yeah, and I think if you're Alyssa, you got to go ahead and go in for the layup. If somebody stops you, take that 8-foot jumper. Really, I know that's a wide open three and she can hit that shot, but, it's early in the game. Go establish something down in the paint. Maybe you get a foul called.
And leading here, top of the key, Robinson passes that back to Ford. And Ford kind of backs up here. She's met by Hale. Flips that back over to number 21. And a lot of feet still here. Kind of gets that back and forth. Back on over to Ford. Fakes the inside feed. Good defense by the Lady Comets here.
Yeah, and it looks like Walters wants that outside shot. Because they're going 4 out, 1 in.
And puts a tough jumper up, or floats that one in. That's a tough shot right there.
Yeah, that is. They're going 4 out, 1 in. I think they're looking for that outside shot. If not, they're going to penetrate or get it down to the post. There's a lot of options with that 4 out, 1 in against this 3-2 defense.
They're going to press full court here as the Lady Comets evade. Back from the corner out, Van Hus over to Hale, who dribbles right. 5:21 remaining here, 5-2 ball game. So they lose possession of the ball there. Might have been a tip from looked like from Emma Youngblood, as they'll stay with the Lady Comets. Gets that inside at the elbow, Van Hus. Loose ball pass right there, saved as Weathers kind of loses it. That's another turnover.
Yeah, and Walters is going an extended 2-3 defense.
And somehow Ford saves that.
Yeah.
That was close.
Yeah, Coach was yelling down on the other end. I think she may have had a toe out of bounds.
And Van Hus driving here quickly, gets that to Kimball, back up top of the key, pulls a 3, rattles around, no good. Van Hus fighting for the shot, lays it in.
Yeah, and you can feel the energy. This team, they've just played hard, and I think, towards the end of the season, they've really stepped up the intensity. I think they just like to compete.
And one, man, we got a tie ball game, 5-5.
Yeah, I'm talking about Walters extended 2-3. You think that leaves the 3 open. It really doesn't because they're going to trap on those wings and they're going to trap in the corner. That's why they extend it out a little bit.
Ford met by a double, gets that to Robinson, who puts up a shot. That's no good. In for the rebound there, Alyssa Hale. She's going to back it up as they press, has to pass that out to Combs. Combs looks for a feed. Gets that back to Hale, who kind of loses it there. Tries to save the backcourt. Gets that right in the hands of Trista Ford, who's going to drive. And she'll stop and dribble and feed that back to Macy Edgman. And we got another 3-ball attempt there made, Emily Robinson.
Yeah, this team. I know this team can shoot a little bit. Talking with Coach Lindenberg, they're gonna are going to have to close out and defend the three really well.
Yeah, that's 6 of their first 8 from the 3 ball. We're going to get a 3 ball here. Alyssa Hale.
Come on.
A little too much on that one. Rebounded by Emily Robinson. And she's going to drive. Gets that over to Trista Ford, who has an open lane. It closes quickly. And a whistle.
Yeah, and we got lucky there. We did foul there. You know, we kind of wrapped our body around her, and man, that was close to being on the shot. I think we lucked out right there.
We got a pair of subs here as Kinley Henson and Devin Edmonds comes in for the Blue Devils. And there we go. And just like that, another costly turnover there. Nice pressure.
Right, and just an offensive foul right there. This team's going to get physical, and you know we got to make sure that we are physical back, as long as it's not unnecessary. Kind of like that. Yeah, it's a little unnecessary right there. You got to. You know, you got to make sure you're tough without fouling.
And 2 fouls there. First 2 team fouls both belong to Emily Robinson, as she has both pairs. A pass kind of falls behind Alyssa Hale there. Tries to save it. Bumps up against the table. And we got a turnover.
Yeah, and we got to be smart right there. Make sure someone's looking. And also, if you're the person receiving that pass, make sure your head is on a swivel. I'm looking for the ball, and I'm looking for the open space to move.
Trista Ford gets that back to Edmonds. Edmonds flipping to Edmonds. We got pair Edmonds. Cross-court pass. She's going to have some space. Kind of loses it there, and then the gap closes. As you're right, they're looking for those perimeter shots, and she loses it there and going to fight in Haley Combs. Ball will stay with the Lady Blue Devils.
Well, and just a little observation. They got the height on us. I think we got the speed on them. We move a little bit quicker than them, so it's going to be really hard for them to penetrate the lane against us. They just really haven't been able to turn a corner yet.
Edmonds setting up the inbounds play.
Come on.
Combs gets a hand. She's going to have free space. Lays it up one-on-one. Rattles around and in.
Yep.
1 point ball game.
Now, if you can not necessarily eliminate, but if you can minimize these 3-point shots of Walters, you're in business.
Van Hust disrupts, has to force a pass over to Hinton. Hinton gets that back. Youngblood at the top of the key. Little back and forth here. Met by Hale. He gets a hand in there. Steals it away. She's going to drive. One-on-one. Lays it up. And a foul.
So far, the team that's hustling a little bit more is the team that's, you know, they're not ahead on the scoreboard, but it seems like, you know, Hinton's got all the momentum right now.
Free throw attempt is up and banks. Got tie ball game.
And that's going to be key. You know, can you get to the free throw line? Can you knock down your free throws?
Second free throw attempt is in, and we got a
and we can. 3 for 3 from the line.
Just like that, Lady Comets leading by 1. It's here on the other end, Edmonds. And a turnover, travel. You just feel the momentum building for the Lady Comets.
I know. I think they're excited to have a chance to, you know, win another game in regionals. You won your first regional game in at least 4 years yesterday. I mean, it's huge for the program. You know, some people may not think it's a big deal. It is a big deal.
Gets at the low post, batted around by Macy Edgman.
Yeah, and that's the right call. You know, there's not really an opportunity to call a foul right there. The pass was high. She was able to reach over Charlie, and Charlie happened to touch it last.
And getting a hail in there is Van Hus. It'll stay with the Blue Devils. Ford gets that in, quick back and forth there. She's going to dribble, kind of loses her dribble, gets the ball out in front of her, and that's a turnover. And then gets back in there and banks a shot.
Man, that's a little unlucky because we didn't let them turn a corner right there. Like I said, it's going to be tough.
And opposition 3 here. Hale, that's off the rim. A good shot, just a little bit much. And they're going to move quickly here. Edgman, she slows it back down, gets that over to Edmonds, pair Edmonds. Ford's driving along the baseline.
Oh, yeah, that's just a silly foul. And Sierra gave up baseline, and I think she's thinking, well, I can't let her have the basket, so I got to do something here. I forgot to move my feet. And so, you know, not a bad foul, but not a good foul either.
Yeah, she's got a pair of fouls already.
Yeah.
That's her second. So don't want to get, definitely a player the Lady Comets don't want to get in foul.
No. and she's not going to put up 20 every night for you, but she does a lot of good things. She facilitates well, and people don't understand, like, being a facilitator, even if you don't have 10 assists, it creates so much for the offense, and she's one of our better dribble drive offensive players.
Yep. And so here with the minute 23 left remaining in the first quarter, 1-point ball game. Lady Comet ball gets that inside, Alex Kimball. She kicks it back out, losing control there, but Combs saves it.
Yeah, just settle down.
Gets that over to Van Huss. Combs top of the key, going to slow it down a little bit, kind of back up, pace.
And they're going to double Alex every time she gets the ball. Because you see that middle person kind of just fading towards her, and there's that double.
Driving there, has another double, has to get that in. Some space, throws her body in there. That ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Lady Comets.
Yeah, and you know, people see that as a foul. It's not because it's out of control. You know, if the offensive player is kind of a little loose with the ball and just kind of puts her body in there without having possession of the ball, yeah, it's going to be a no call. So, you know, you don't like it, but that's kind of how it is right there.
Gets that in. Van Huss at the corner, kind of loses it around as Youngblood gets a hand in there. And a jump ball.
Jump ball goes to the Comets.
And so 46 seconds remaining. Alyssa Hale setting up the inbound for the Lady Comets. Gets that up to Combs. Combs met by Ford. Rattles that one over. She gets back on it. Rolls around over to Van Huss. A little back and forth.
Yeah,
now Combs has it. Goes for the inside. Yeah, that was a dangerous pass.
We got too extended right there offensively.
As Ford's going to flip it into Youngblood. Youngblood just lays it up. Too short.
And they're letting him play a little bit. You know, I agree, no call right there. I mean, maybe there's a foul, maybe not, but they're just letting him play a little bit.
16 seconds left, perhaps last possession here in the first quarter. Gets that over to Combs. A little back and forth between her and Hale. Van Huss feeds it inside, back up, top of the key, three ball.
Get in there.
Rattles around, no good. 2 seconds left. They got to get a shot off. Van Huss is going to swat that one out. That's how we'll end the first quarter here. Exciting game, 1-point ball game. We'll be back right here in just a moment on HintonComets.tv.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers.
Talk about a win-win.
Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
2 words, cashback. 2 more words, you're welcome. Remember that jar in your dresser where you would throw your loose change at the end of the day? Then occasionally, you take the jar to the bank to have it counted and enjoy a bit of a surprise to find there is more in there than you thought. That's Square One Banking, the account with a virtual money jar, and it's offered exclusively by Legacy Bank.
And I want to welcome you back here to the start of the second quarter. If you've missed anything, you've missed a good one so far. Going into the second quarter here, it's a 1-point ball game. Lady Comets playing well. It's been fun up here.
Yep. Do nothing different. Play exactly how you've been playing. Make a couple more shots. And that's the best thing you can do right now.
Trista Ford leading for the point. Gets that over to Youngblood. Youngblood back at Dyke. Gets that back up top to Ford. Ford drives, puts up a jumper. That rattles off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Van Huss. And so Combs dribbles quickly across half-court line. Met by 2 defenders. Got to pass that ball out as she gets trapped. And a jump ball.
Yeah, and you just got to stay away from that sideline. I mean, that's just bad business over there.
And Lacey Murray going to check back into the game for Annie Dyke. As Van Huss kind of stumbles there. The whistle, the ball rolls out of bounds. And so that's on.
Her second foul. 14 fouls.
Yeah, so excuse me, that's on Emma Youngblood. It's her second foul. Just kind of checking that. Combs from the half-court line, flips that over to Hale. Hale gets that into Kimball. Good pass there. Set up from the low post, and she kind of falls there. Kimball comes back in and lays it off glass.
You got to make that shot.
I had to look.
Oh, man. And see, they're doubling any post because they did it to Charlie as well. They know that's where we want to go with the ball. Even though we could shoot the outside shot, we want the ball inside.
And we got another substitution there as Emma Youngblood goes to the bench.
And
jumping in there, flying in there is Alyssa.
I really like that we're going with pressure right now. I love the decision to go with pressure. It's worked for you late in games before. I think we don't do it as early sometimes because we get a little gas. You know, we don't have a huge bench, but I think you do it in a playoff game.
And swoops in there to create the turnover.
Yeah, it's do or die right now. You got to go with your best defense.
Gets that over, kind of loses possession there as the ball's a little bit behind Kimball. Driving quickly here, loses it a little bit, regains it, flips it back off, but no good. As Lady Combs going to show off that cross-country speed. She cuts back, puts up a floater down there in the baseline, tries to save it. Paisley Griffiths, and some contact with Trista Ford, draws a whistle.
What a wild game so far.
This is fun basketball right here.
I mean, it's back and forth. I mean, you can't ask for a better basketball game.
Set up the inbounds. Trista Ford gets that to Rainey King. Back on over to Ford, just out in front of her. Crossing half court, met by Haley Combs, and she breaks out of that, gets that to the corner. 3-ball attempt as that one's missed. Got two Blue Devils down there at the low post. She loses it there. Ball back in possession with the Lady Comets. Again, not the best look on that corner three either. That's something they've given up a couple back in the first, but they did a good job of closing that one out that time. As Hale's got to pass out. There's contact there at the half-court line.
Yeah, and Walters is now they're going to put a little pressure. I think both of these teams are going to start putting pressure on each other. It might get interesting these last 6 minutes of this first half.
Getting that over to Alyssa Hale. Dribbles out, met by Ford, who gets a hand in there, creates a turnover. There's a smart play by her. Crosses back, has some space, a little 2-on-2. Back out of it, over from the corner. Top of the key, Edmonds. She's going to take matters in her own hands and a whistle.
Heck of a shot after the foul, though. I know the foul's on the floor. Heck of a shot.
And so Jalen Wiedemann comes to the game, checking in for Alyssa Hale. She goes to the bench. Both teams with 5 fouls apiece. As we get, look like her foot was on the line there, but that rattles in and out. Is going to fight for it. Alex Kimball gets a rebound.
And neither team is really, they're getting good shots, I think, but I think both defenses are doing a really good job.
Kimball spins there. Thought maybe she'd show a little post move. Instead, we got Van Ness top of the key. Wiedemann open, 3-ball attempt, just a little short. Fighting for the rebounds, Wiedemann. She puts up another shot.
There it is. Right place, right time.
Lady Comets with a 1-point lead. Up 11-10. I tell you what, and they are playing a good battle on the boards too. You know, they've done a good job on both ends.
Well, and I know people wanted the over-the-back call. You know, that's a lot of people don't understand that call. They have to have blocking out position, and we weren't blocking out right there.
Randy King kind of has the space there. Uses that inside leverage, puts up a shot and a foul. So that's 16 fouls for the Lady Comets.
That'll be her third foul. 16 fouls.
And that's the third foul on Paisley Griffiths. And so Sierra Weathers will have to check back in for her.
Yeah, that's one thing we can't do. We cannot get in foul trouble. You know, Sierra comes back in for Paisley with 2. She is someone we cannot have get 3 fouls.
Yep, absolutely. Got to be careful. As that ball goes out of bounds, it'll be Lady Comet ball. Just joining us here, tie ball game with 5:04 left to play. It has been an absolutely fun ball game to call so far.
Yeah, and this is a tough team. You know, this Walters team is 20-5 on the year. I mean, you know, they haven't lost a whole lot.
No.
So this is different for them.
And so Devin Edmonds will set up for the inbounds play. She gets that into Trista Ford. Trista Ford met by Jalen Wiedemann, who's going to press as she kind of breaks by her there. Just floats one up, takes matters in her own hands. Shot's no good. And I tell you, shots are not falling for the Blue Devils.
No, and
quarter.
and I think they're getting a little frustrated because that's not really a shot that you want. I think you go ahead and get all the way to the basket if you're Walters right there because you beat your man. And so just go and take it into the defender.
And Sierra Weathers met by a double. Trista Ford gets in there. She flips that off to Van Huss. Over to the corner, Hale.
You got to get it out of there quick.
That's
You're going to get trapped. Yep.
That's a dangerous spot. Jump ball.
Yeah, you've got to move it quick. They're extending this defense. They're putting pressure on you. And you know, that's one thing the Lady Comets struggle with a little bit. You know, we're a young team. And so it's just something you got to get it out of there quick.
Three-ball attempt, Weathers off the front of the rim. You like to see it.
That's a good quick shot. If she's not fading away, she makes that.
Yeah. Yeah, because that fadeaway takes the ball back just a couple inches, and it was just a little short on the front of the rim.
Right, and I don't know that her feet were quite under her. She kind of had her left foot a little crossed.
Top of the key, pulling for three. As that shot bangs, first three ball falls here in the second quarter for number 21, Emily Robinson.
Yeah, and I think that's the third three she's hit. You know, you got to watch her.
Yeah, so that makes 11 of 14 points for three, I believe. Or excuse me, 9 of 14. As Ford passes that out from the wing. Shoots that. That's no good. She's going to get in there and try to get the rebound, but Weathers, who loses it off her foot. I tell you, she had a little bit of issues today.
Right.
Getting down the court with the ball.
Yeah, and you know, she's going to get it handled, and it's just right there you got to slow it down. You know, you're 1-on-2. 21 does a great job at getting back on defense. She hustles hard.
Yep, that's Emily Robinson, who's between her and Kings, two names we seem to say a lot this evening. Getting that over to Murray. As Murray looks for the feed, gets that back up at the top of the key. Dribbling out. Rotating here, King back to Ford.
Lady Comet switched her 1-3-1, looks like it.
Again, drives from the elbow, kind of floats one up. That shot's no good.
Yeah, again, I mean, and credit the Lady Comet defense because you're forcing silly shots by Walters, and really that's why you're in this ball game. You're down 3 to a 20-win team.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably in this moment cannot be happy.
Really, Walter's saving grace has been 9 of 14 from the three-point line. I mean, it's getting that back out. Wiedemann, she's going to pull up the three ball with the arc and bang! Tie ball game. Just when one starts to break away, reels them right back in.
Hey, we'll take it.
Macy Edgman, and again, the Comet crowds come back alive. You can just feel the energy every time they make one of those three balls. We get to travel here.
Yeah, and she did. You know, once you get on the floor with that ball, you cannot roll your body over. You just can't do it. But great hustle by Haley. It's just, you know, you didn't allow a basket, so good job.
Ford crossing here. 2:13 remaining, tie ball game. Ford gets that over, breaking a hand in there. Vanna's trying to steal that one away. Stays with the Blue Devils. And she fakes the pass to Ford and takes the three ball. That's off the front of the rim. No good. Alex Kimball gets in there. She's got a double in the corner. Has to pass out of it. Ball stolen away. Floating up off glass. Shot falls and a whistle. Emily Robinson, a name that, again, we just said about, I feel like we say on about every possession.
Yeah, really good player. Really good player. I like how she plays.
So that's first foul on Haley Combs. So 17 fouls puts him in the bonus. Like we said, that's a one thing. Of course, minute 56 remaining here, you know, but one of those few things is staying out of foul trouble. And she tries to save it. And so two-point ball game, just under 2 minutes here.
Yeah, I think what you're trying to do the rest of this half is, you know, you're down by 2. You want to go into halftime tied.
Yeah.
You know, if you're ahead, great. But if you're not, you want to be tied.
Vanna takes a deep three with the arc, rolls around. You like how that shot looks. It just didn't fall.
Hey, I love the confidence. You know, she's 2 feet behind the arc. Shoot it, you know.
Absolutely. Ford passes that over to King. King gets that back into Edgman. Inside, putting up a shot and draws contact. Robinson.
Yeah, and Robinson goes in there for the mismatch and just gets a little tough with Haley Combs, and she's at the line.
Robinson's really starting to step up here offensively too.
Yeah.
She's been good on both ends, but last couple of minutes, she's kind of making her presence felt offensively. As that first one falls, 3-point ball game. She has a chance to stretch this one out to 4, and as the second shot falls.
And she's a tough matchup because she is tall, but she's also athletic. So do you put Alex on her, do you put Haley on her? Either way, it's a mismatch for us. That's what makes it tough guarding her.
And turnover there as Ford drives quick, passes that back out, and floating up from the elbow. That's off glass, no good. Fighting in there for a rebound. Van Hus gets it. They're going to move quickly here.
Slow down.
Under a minute left. Stops, pops, pulls up off glass. As that's no good. And Tris Ford, like you said, moving quickly here. Nice pass. It's a one-on-one off glass.
Oh, my goodness.
Tell you what, that was a nice pass, but that set up a nicer shot.
And I love that Haley pulled up for the free throw line jumper. I think what you do with a minute left, you're down by 4. Cut it to one. At that point, you cut it to one possession. So let's pull it out. Let's slow it down. And that could be what Coach Lindenberg may be telling her, the complete opposite of what I am. And and rightfully so. I think you slow it down right there. You cut this thing to one possession.
Gets that in to Kimball, just a little bit far right. And that allows for them to break that up and turn the ball over. 34 seconds left. And again, you just don't want to lose momentum here, right before you go to half. It's been a close game, tie ball game for a lot of it.
Right.
Don't want to let this one kind of get away from you a little bit right before half. As driving here and a travel.
Yep. You need to not turn this ball over in the last 21 seconds.
Yes.
If you get a basket, great. If you don't, it's still a two-possession game. You're in a great spot if you're Hinton. You're in a great spot right now.
15 seconds left. Last possession here, the first half. Got to be careful as that ball rolls around. Ford goes in to save it. Stays with Lady Comets.
And just going back to not turning the ball over right here, Walters is frustrated. I think they feel like they should be up by more than 6. You're doing your job.
And getting a hand in there to try to break that one up. Dyke. And a jump ball. Again, something the Lady Comets have done a really good job of this first half is eliminating turnovers and then, So again, like you said, you're real close to the end of the first half.
Yeah.
You've played a good, sound ball game. Just you don't want to let it get away from you right here before you go into halftime and lose momentum.
Right, and the difference between a 6-point deficit and an 8 or 9 point deficit is really, it's big. It's big. If they hit a 3 right here and you're down 9 going into half, man, that's just it kills all the momentum, because we have had, even though we've been down for most of the first half, we have had the momentum the whole game. Yeah. We're outplaying them. They know that, and we know that, and that's why they're frustrated, and we're not. We're elated to be down by 6. And some people may think that sounds silly, but, it's been an up and down year. Like, you're down by 6 to a 20-win team.
Yep. 4 seconds left. She's got to put up a shot. Van Hus kind of meets her there. Quick and pass and loses it. And a whistle.
Yep, and you did your job there. You're down by 6 going into half.
All right, so we'll be back here in just a few minutes for the start of the second half. Stay right here with us on HintComets.tv.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities, because we're in your communities, with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely with distance learning plans and MiFi devices. We also help these schools live stream their games, so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer Cellular. It's no secret.
Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
2 words, cashback. 2 more words, you're welcome. Remember that jar in your dresser where you would throw your loose change at the end of the day? Then occasionally, you take the jar to the bank to have it counted and enjoy a bit of a surprise to find there is more in there than you thought. That's Square One Banking, the account with a virtual money jar, and it's offered exclusively by Legacy Bank.
The industry.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities because we're in your communities with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely with distance learning plans and MiFi devices. We also help these schools live stream their games so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer Cellular. It's no secret.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
2 words, cashback. 2 more words, you're welcome. Remember that jar in your dresser where you would throw your loose change at the end of the day? Then occasionally, you take the jar to the bank to have it counted and enjoy a bit of a surprise to find there was more in there than you thought.
All right, I want to welcome you back here, and just a moments away from the start of the second half. Here in the first half, Lady Comets trailing by 6. It has been an ecstatic, electrifying game so far. Coach Hannah, what do we need to do breaking out here in the second half to keep things going like we did the first?
Well, and I think towards the end of that first half we started turning the ball over. That's really the only negative thing. Your shots are going to eventually fall. You're taking good shots, so that's not a problem there. Just limit those turnovers that you had at the end of the half, and I think you cut this thing back to even.
And, of course, I'd say the only other thing I think of is watching out for fouls, kind of. So we got a quick turnover here to start the game.
Yeah, and really they were just trying to set up their offense, and she gets called for a carry. They must really be watching for that. I know some officials really watch for you putting the hand on the bottom of the ball and turning it over. You can put it on the side and kind of turn it back and forth a little bit.
Combs passes out of the double over to Weathers. Gets that in. Quick ball movement here. Had a little space for a moment. Closes up quickly. Weathers pulls up from the elbow off glass.
It's a great shot. It's a good shot.
And saves it there as it gets to Youngblood. As Youngblood will slow down, hold it, back it up. Getting that over to Ford. Ford with the cross-court pass from 13 feet. That's a nice shot.
Yeah, and you got to make sure you find everybody, especially when you're allowed to set up your defense. Oh,
Kimball.
come on.
And Weathers puts it up right on the
Goodness.
ground. No good.
Get in there.
Second chance points. That's
There it is. Goodness.
And I'll tell you, that's what we've been talking about in the first half, that just the battle on the boards, second chance points. Like, Lady Comets are giving themselves a fighting chance.
Yeah, they're giving it. And see right down there, you know, she's reaching over the top for the ball, but it's not over the back. You know, for those who think that might be, it's not. If she doesn't block out, it's not over the back.
Hanneman pulls a move there. That's no good. Fighting for the rebound, throws little elbows to Lacey Murray.
Now, see, there's an over the back hole because Charlie had position on her, and 42 is that Murray. Yeah, she kind of gave a little shove off. It wasn't anything intentional.
Yeah.
She's trying to create space, but if you extend that arm, it's an offensive foul.
Looking for the baseline pass to Hale as that's taken away by Murray here quickly. Puts up a shot, some contact with Weathers. We're talking about foul trouble there. I believe that's her third.
Yeah, and that's a frustration foul, and as a junior and a veteran, you can't have that frustration foul. And the pass she attempted here on offense was hard because Alyssa's running away from her on the other side. Not only are you trying for a diagonal pass, but the momentum of Alyssa is going away from the ball.
First shot falls for Emma Youngblood. She pulls her second one here, banks that. 8-point ball game, largest lead of the night for the Blue Devils. As Lady Comets moving here quickly, Combs rolls back right. She's met by Youngblood, has to pass out of that. Hale loses it for a moment off the quick pass. And that's a tough turnover.
Yeah, and this is not how you want to start. You really don't want to turn the ball over, especially when it's just silly things, you know, not forcing a pass, not catching the ball. Like, you just don't want those.
Trista Ford leading from the top of the key. Setting up the offense. She has some space and just elects to pull it. Looked like she had her foot on the line, so that might be a 2-ball. So we got a 10-point ball game and a break in the action here. Is going to call a timeout.
Yeah, and you don't want to. That's a good timeout by Coach Lindenberg. Man, you don't want to let them extend this lead too much because I think you're seeing Walters for the first time tonight look like they're playing with a little more enthusiasm and momentum because of what they've accomplished the last, 2 or 3 minutes here.
And coming out of the break here. Lady Comets have possession, 5:40, 10-point ball game. Largest lead of the night for the Blue Devils. It's been a closely contested game, back and forth all evening. As Hale pass that over to the corner. Combs going to pull for 3. That's a little far right, off the back of the rim. Moving quickly here is Robinson. Robinson kind of loses it off her foot, and that's turnover.
Yeah, and that's what you needed right there. You got plenty of time left, 10-point ball game. It's not the first shot that you look for. It's the first good shot, but you got to be able to hold on to the ball.
Dribbling out from the double over to Van Hust. That ball goes out of bounds and stay with the Lady Comets. It's Trista Ford getting a hand in on that. And so Alyssa Hale will set up the inbounds play. Gets that out. Ball deflected by Macy Edmond.
Yeah, and right there, you got to use a ball fake. You got to use a ball fake. Not everything has to be just, a one-way street. It's not just like I'm going to throw an over-the-head pass or a bounce pass. You can use a ball fake right there, and I think, with her size, you're going to have to.
Trista Ford rolling right off screen, has space, passes that on over, floats it up and in. Emma Youngblood.
Yeah, and they're starting to find a little rhythm. If you're the Comets, don't rush. It looks like we're trying to rush right here.
That ball's off the front of the rim there. Had an open look.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily a bad shot, but don't feel like you got to rush right now. Do not feel like you got to rush. There's so much time. You've played so well tonight. Do not feel like you have to rush.
Inbounds, Emily Robinson. Big pass over to Macy Edgman, who's a one-on-one, just kind of banks it off glass. And that's a tough shot, but falls.
Yeah, and that's another tough matchup because she's tall like Alex, but she's just got that a little more athleticism. But Haley might be too small to guard her. It's just 22 and 21 are just tough matchups.
And a high sailing ball intended for Combs goes out of bounds. It'll be Walters' ball. And we get a substitution here coming in for Weathers comes in for Alyssa Hale. And going for the inbounds pass over to Edgman. Back to Ford. As Ford dribbles left. Setting up the offense. Cuts back. Breaks her man. Up top, 3-ball with space. Youngblood, that's just short. Getting in there for the rebound, finding it. Robinson. Another shot put up, that shot falls.
Yeah, it's just a tough shot. And again, if you box out right there, not only do you get an over the back call, but you get that rebound.
And Weathers kind of loses it there as she tries to cross. Moving quickly here, Youngblood got a 2-on-1, and she's just going to float one up. It didn't look like that touched anything as that's out of bounds. Lady Collins ball.
Right, and those are the shots you have to force to get back in this game. Look, you don't need to panic. I see a little bit of panic out there, just body language-wise. Not necessary. There is so much time, and you're capable. Play like you did. Play with that intensity in the first quarter. Let's get back to that and just do basic things.
Combs met by Edgman. Gets that over to Weathers. Weathers, difficult pass there intended for Van Hus. That's a tough pass. Jump ball.
And she wants that pass so bad. And I understand, where Sierra's coming from. She's trying to make something happen. And it's understandable as a coach if you're Coach Lindenberg. But sometimes the simple play is the best play.
And Kinley Edgman getting a hand in there, breaking that out. It'll stay with Lady Comets. Sierra Weathers sits back up to inbound. Gets that up top to Van Hus. Goes for the pass to the corner, batted out of bounds. Kinley Edgman, who's making things difficult for Lady Comets defensively.
Yeah, Walters has picked up their defense just a little bit. And
tell you, they got a pair of Edgman twins and a pair of Edmonds. That's
a lot of
those at home.
That is a lot of confusion.
That's a lot of double names with the Lady Blue Devils. And several of them see a lot of minutes, too. Moving quickly here, back up to Combs. Passes over the corner. Wiedemann pulls for three.
Come on.
Shot close. Just off the side of the rim, the inside of the rim. So Trista Ford leading the way for the Blue Devils. Good pass there. Turns around, kind of floats one up. As Ramirez tries to save it. Stay with the Lady Comets.
It was good defense initially. Again, it's just we're running into a little bit of bad luck that if we hang on to that ball.
Yeah, stays with the Lady Blue Devils, correction. Ford tries to find the inside feed really quick, loses it for a moment. Ramirez gets in there to disrupt as she kind of gets by, sets up another pass.
That's a great pass.
Yeah, that really was.
That was a great pass. Who's number 11?
That's Trista Ford.
Yeah, she's
kind of in their leader.
She makes things happen. She hasn't scored a ton, but she's kind of that facilitator, kind of like what we asked Sierra to be. And Sierra's starting to force a few things right now, and 11 for Walters was forcing things early on. Now she's making a little bit smarter passes.
Second free throw attempt. That rattles around, no good.
Good rebound
by Macy Edgman. Like you say, good rebound there. Wiedemann passes that over. Combs getting that to Hale. Hale met by a defender, dribbles around the screen. Thought maybe she was going for Wiedemann there, who was going to the low post.
Well, and I think if she takes one more dribble, gets her feet under her, and telegraphs it to Bree, and then hits Jalen Cutton, I think you have a shot right there.
Again, everything always looks a little bit more open when you're up here compared to down there.
It's so hard to see down there.
And Youngblood passes that over to number 12, Hinton. Hinton puts a shot up there, fighting for the rebound. Stays with the Edmonds, stays with the Lady Blue Devils. And a turnover. Travel.
Yeah, and we got lucky there. I think Alyssa Hale may have gotten away with a reach. You know, you got 2:31. Get this thing down to 10 before the fourth quarter, and you're still in a ball game.
You know, Lady Comet's playing better. As Alyssa Hill takes a 3-ball here, it's going to be a little bit short. You know, playing a little bit better defensively the last couple of minutes, getting a couple breaks too, but offensively on a little drought here in the third quarter.
Yeah, again, I think we're panicking a little bit. We feel like we have to have that first shot. That's not necessary.
And a whistle as she throws one out intended for Emma Youngblood.
And I think Bree got called. She's holding on to her girl a little bit as they try for that long ball
Hard
again.
ball again, yeah. It's a nice-looking ball, but that's tough. Intended for Emma Youngblood.
Yeah. And, you know, when you're up by 16, you can kind of take those chances. Yep. Just, you know, I understand it completely.
Hale pulls for a deep three. Combs pulls a deep three. That's rebounded by Drew Edmonds. So Edmonds goes in for the pass to Hinton. High post off glass. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, everything. You know, the first half, nothing was falling for them, and now just everything. I mean,
that's how ball goes sometimes.
Right. What can you do?
And another deep 3-ball by Combs. That's just a little bit short. And you can kind of feel they can feel the sense of not scoring in a few minutes.
Right.
That crowd is there.
Again, you got to keep a level head. You got to keep fighting right here. You've played really well all night.
Youngblood moving here quickly off screen, gets that over to the corner. From the corner, dribbles, little space, pulls up for two, rattles in. Shot falls, Drew Edmonds.
Yeah,
like you said, everything is just falling at this point.
Yeah, everything's falling out because I think we're still playing good defense. It's just they're making shots now.
Some of these have been some tough shots. Getting that over to Ramirez. Inside
Good
pass. Nice pass.
That's a great job.
In
That's a great job. You got 3. And see, when you don't panic, you get something like that. That's a great job.
Maybe one of the best passes of the evening, Lady Comets. That was really nice.
You got 3 passes. Bree makes the unselfish play and hits Paisley. It was a great job. And then you get a turnover right here. So 2 back-to-back great possessions.
And you know the great thing here to back it up, have another possession just like that. Don't get too, you know, like I said, don't go too quickly and pull up another 3 where you feel like it's not the best shot that you could have taken that possession. You know, try to build a little momentum here. This was not too far out of reach.
Right, and there will be 4 more possessions in this last minute.
That's a tough shot.
You got to get 2 buckets
pass.
and 2 stops.
Combs throws up, tries to draw a foul. That's going to send her to the line. Nice foul there. That's on Amy. That's on Annie Dyke. It's her first foul of the game. Not a whole lot of fouls this quarter in general. So Lady Comets have 3 and the Devils have 2. His first shot doesn't fall.
I think that's the first free throw we've shot in the second half.
I
know we were 3 for 3 in the first half, I think.
Yeah, not a whole lot of trips to the line this evening in general for Lady Comets. Second free throw attempt rattles around and out. That's just a little bit of misfortune on that.
And that's just, that's the name of this second half, man. You don't like to see it because we're playing really hard, and it's got to be frustrating as a player.
Setting up for the inbounds play, Edmonds gets that to Edmonds to Edmonds, and then passes back to Edmonds. Hale gets in there, has to pass that back over. Combs with a breakaway, lays it up off glass. Shot falls. 16-point ball game.
Get a stop and another bucket.
Now the Lady Comets trying to turn up the offense. Here is that quick turnover. Rainy King loses possession.
And there's your stop. And right now, if you go get a quick bucket and then get another stop, you've kind of eased your way back into this game somewhat. See what the fourth quarter brings us.
Close the quarter out with little momentum.
Yeah.
Over to Hale. Hale passes that back up. Combs off the top of her fingers, and she saves it. Has to pass out of it and does. Might have a setup here. Ball just a little bit as Griffiths is kind of walking. She's trying to walk that one off. She might have hurt herself a little bit there. Getting in and fighting for it to the floor. Alyssa Hale. 13 seconds remaining. Tell you what, there's a lot of fight in these Lady Comets.
Yeah, I think she got dead-legged or something.
Yeah, that's what it kind of looked like. Pass up there intended for Edgman. Flips it back over. Crossing back, a little space. Gets that ball to the baseline. 4 seconds left. And a foul.
Yeah, you just can't make a silly foul like that. You can't put your hands on somebody. You're right in front of the official.
Devin Edmonds set up for the inbound play. 3 seconds left. Going to have to just set up for a quick pass and shot. And that's going to be a turnover off the foul.
Yeah, I think that was 32 is who they called the foul on. Yeah,
it was. That'd be Annie Dyke. It's her second foul of the game. So again, just gotta have to move. Gotta get this ball to your best three-point shooter.
Yeah. Now they're not full court, and Haley she can get to the edge of the logo in 3 seconds.
This is pretty smart right here. Gonna roll this, and now she's gonna be met. Has to get this ball up. 1 second. Has space. Throws up a shot.
Hey, and she got. That's what I'm saying. She got to the 3-point line. You better full court guard her. She'll get.
You gotta be careful on that shot
in
too,
a hurry
to not create contact. And
I know, right? And they almost did, and then she almost put it in.
So Lady Comets kind of battling back here at the end of the third, trailing by 16. We'll be back here in just a moment on HintonComets.tv.
That's Square One Banking, the account with a virtual money jar, and it's offered exclusively by Legacy Bank.
The industry.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities because we're in your communities with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western.
All right, want to welcome you back here. There we go. Want to welcome you back here to the start of the fourth quarter. Couldn't hear myself for a second there. 16-point ball game. The Lady Comets trying to battle back in this one. They've played a tough game. It's a matter of kind of shots falling, shots not falling. So we'll see what happens here in the fourth. That pass intended for Jesse Auditivo.
You're doing a great job of pronouncing these names because I feel like I would struggle.
Well, hope the fans at home that are watching hope the Blue Devils fans at home are nodding their heads along with what I'm saying. Hope they're not telling me, man, he's pronouncing that wrong. Yeah, turnover.
5-second call, yeah. And
I like it.
Again, you're getting stops. If you can find a way to put the ball in the bucket, you are in this game.
And Combs has a double, has a pass out of it. Over to the corner, that's a dangerous pass there, stolen away by Kayla Meeson.
Your passes have got to be more crisp. You got to put a little fastball on it.
Devin Edmonds has space. She's going to take it. Goes with a pass intended for Jesse Auditivo.
And again, another turnover. What are you going to do on offense to complement what you're doing on defense? Okay, you can't panic. You got to look for a good shot. Just like the one where Bree hit Paisley. It was a perfect rotation.
Weathers drills past half-court line. Ball over to Hale. Hale looks for a pass intended for the corner off the fingertips of Kimball. And setting up for the inbounds play, Devin Edmonds. Edmonds kind of pump fakes, flops that up. Weathers will get in there. So again, forcing a tough pass. Ball back in possession of the Lady Comets. Dribbling right over to Hale. As Hale has to pass that out to Combs.
Oh, they missed Charlie down low.
Yes.
I think if Haley would have gotten triple threat position, Charlie was wide open. That's a pass you got to hit.
And so a pair of subs here for the Blue Devils. Rainey King comes back in the game, as well as Andy Dyke for the Blue Devils, as Drew Edmonds and Jesse Auditivo goes to the bench. And getting in there, trying to break that one up.
And that's just a great hustle play by Alyssa.
I tell you, Alyssa Hale makes so many great hustle plays in a game. She's just a fun player to watch.
She does, man. And it's weird, because in softball, sometimes, she might mess up on that routine play, but then she'll go make a great play. She plays. All these girls are playing
It's
hard.
all part
man.
of growth right there.
Yeah, they're just playing hard.
That was going to be on 11. That's her fourth foul.
So here, that's a fourth foul for Sierra Weathers. So, Lady Comets with 16 fouls. Got to be careful here. Shot, that doesn't fall, just short. It'll be Lady Comets' ball as that goes off the shoulder of Andy Dyke.
Well, and again, Walters is scoreless. God, we got to be going on about 5 minutes of them being scoreless. You have to understand that as a player. I know that's hard. These kids are young, but understand that as a player and take advantage of it.
And turnover there. Ball in possession of Devin Edmonds. Crossing here over to Kayla Meeson. A little back and forth here. She has an open lane.
Yeah.
There's nobody there to meet her. But misses a shot as the Lady Combs kind of get away with the little one here. Going to move quickly here. Haley Combs, 2-on-2. She takes matter in her own hands and draws a shooting foul there, using her contact.
Yeah, and she almost puts that in.
Tell you, that's a good job. Just being aggressive there. So she'll shoot or head to the stripe to shoot. First free throw attempt. Rattles around and out. Again, we spoke so highly the first half of the free throws. Lady Commons did a great job of that. Just
3 for 3 in the first half. I think we're 0 for 3 in the second. Something like that. I could be wrong. Someone at home taking stats, let me know.
Second shot doesn't fall. It's a tough pair of missed free throws there.
You need everything you can get at this point.
And his ball goes out there. Kayla Meeson. Van Hus gets in there, swoops it, goes for the pass. Over intended for Jalen Wiedemann. Back to Hale. Hale pulls for three. That's going to be short. Van Hus gets in there and tries to save it. Bats that to Alex Kimball. Ball goes out of bounds. Walter's ball. And again, just guessing as someone who doesn't play the game and never coached the game, I'm guessing fatigue starting to set in a little bit there as that three was a little bit short. She's played a lot of minutes tonight. She's played hard the entire time. Probably just a little bit of attrition.
And even, you got, how many subs do we got on the bench? 3 or 4? We got 4 subs.
Yeah.
We got 4 subs on the bench. They haven't had a ton of playing time tonight. So, yeah, you have at least 3 girls out there that are absolutely gassed. Your guards definitely are. I think Haley and Alex, being cross-country girls, they can probably play 2 games in a row and never come out, and they're probably okay. But, those cross-country kids, they can run forever. And so, a lot of fatigue is settling in, and, they're rotating 10 girls on the other side.
They've really rotated a lot of subs this fourth quarter.
It makes a difference.
Man, trying to get a bad hand in there. Hale, who we just talked about, always trying to make plays. Getting that in at the corner. Meeson dribbles, passes that back out. Edgman, he takes matters on hands, floats one up, tries to use her body to draw contact. And a whistle. And that's a 17th foul, puts him in the bonus. That's just the first foul for Charlie Van Hus, and now he's played a clean game.
Yeah, and I don't know. I want to say Charlie's been out there the whole time.
Yeah, she has played a lot of minutes tonight as well.
Well, and I think her motor is always going, and I think that allows her to play beyond fatigue.
Getting in there to rebound, and a foul. That's a 15th foul for the Devils.
And again, Walter's still on a scoring drought. You've had, it's not really a run yet, but you're on a 4-0 run. You have the opportunity to get back in this game.
Hale passing over to Wiedemann. Wiedemann gets that into Kimball.
I think you got to see that early. Get it over the top to Kimball because there was no backside help.
Yeah.
If you get it over the top to her, throw it high, man, that's an easy bucket.
And Alyssa Hale setting up for the inbounds play. Gets that up top to Wiedemann. Wiedemann met with contact, kind of loses the ball. Van Hus pulls up a three. That's short off the front of the rim. Kayla Meeson backs it up, slows it back down. Met by Hale, kind of crosses and spins back, flips that off to Rainey King, who loses it for a moment, saves. King back with the ball over to Edmonds. Just kind of flipping around here to Meeson, back to Edmonds. 5:13 remaining as Hale presses.
Yeah, this is really a dribble drive offense. You look for an open lane, see if you can turn a corner, and you're trying to chew clock.
That's a tough foul there by Haley Combs. That's her 4th foul of the game, too. Just kind of led with contact there.
Yeah, and I think she's getting subbed in for. I mean, you know, it's kind of pick your poison. You can sub for her right now. Or, you know, being 5 minutes left in the 4th, maybe take a chance, leave her out there because you know she does a lot for you offensively and defensively.
And so Combs over to Van Huss. Van Huss passes there, back up top. There's that corner 3.
That's great ball work.
Wiedemann, yes, he'd love to see that shot fall, but then Hale gets in there and tries to save it. And like you said, that's a great setup there. I mean,
yeah, we've done that exact thing twice now. One time you got a 3, one time you got a wide open block shot. That's what you look for. And you can still, you know, until you get to about 2 minutes, you can still look for those kind of shots.
And floats that ball up for Kimball. Has got fight it away there, getting a hand in on it. Kinsley Henson. And then gets right back in there and fights for it away. And almost loses it for a second as we may have a jump ball.
There's been a lot of jump balls in this game.
There has been. That's 2 teams fighting for a win in a big game.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thing at all. It's just people wanting the basketball. Simple as that.
Vanna spins, kicks to the corner. Wiedemann pulls another 3.
Oh.
Just a little much on that one. Kimball saves it. Opportunity for second chance points here. Hale back over to Wiedemann, has a little space. She drives, gets it to Van Huss. Van Huss is going to pull for 3. That rattles around, no good.
Man, we are getting good shots. They are just not going in, man.
This has been a tough venture for both teams in the 4th, as that's going to be, another turnover. Easy call there.
And again, the opportunity is still there to get back in this game. You cut this thing to 10, whole different ball game, because then you can pick up your pressure and ask your kids, hey, I need you to suck it up for this last half of this quarter, and we got to press and look for steals.
And kind of loses it there, saves it. And
I think she thought she walked. Nobody called anything.
Nobody called. I mean, Hank Kimball
that's a great job.
Drawn for a foul. Sometimes those moments you just don't know what to say.
Yeah,
you have to watch like everybody else.
I'm kind of confused right there.
You kind of just have to watch like everybody else.
Alyssa thought she walked, and I didn't even see what she did, honestly.
And so Kimball following the foul. She's going to go to the stripe to shoot.
There's one.
Third shot falls. Again, 15-point ball game.
It's still within reach. You know, you're right at 4 minutes. You're halfway through this 4th quarter.
Second free throw attempt up. Rattles around and shot out. So 1 for 2, and then tries to get in there and save and draws a foul. Van Huss. Tell you what, there's that effort.
Yeah, and just right there, you know, you got a chance to go basically a 2 for 1 right here. Get you 3 points in 1 possession.
Rattles around and in. First shot falls. And a chance to cut this one to a 13-point game. Second free throw attempt rattles around.
Get in there.
And no good, but Wiedemann's going to fight for the rebound there and almost gets it.
Stay with us.
It'll stay with the Lady Comets as Jesse Auditivo tries to get in there and save it. And that puts possession back with the Lady Comets. We've got a substitution here as Rainey King's going to check back in for Jesse Auditivo. She goes to the bench. Hale gets that up. Pay to Griffiths, back to Hale.
Good
Hale
shot.
behind the line, pulls for 3, just a little short. And a foul there along the baseline. I tell you what, I would love to see what this game would look like if we made 2 or 3. If we were shooting 30% the second half from the 3-ball line, if you had a couple of those threes fall, you're looking at an 8-point game possibly, you know.
Right, and right there they didn't call foul. You know, Paisley had great defense. She stepped out of bounds, so.
Tough pass there. Kimball bats up for it. Back out to Hale.
Hit it.
Open space. Pulls for 3. Rattles around. No good. And get in there for the rebound.
If we've had 2 of those last 4 or 5 threes fall, man.
Tell you, you're looking at a different ball game.
It's an 8-point game.
Yeah.
Just 2 of them.
Yes. And again, the
ball, man.
And the shot is open. It looks good. It's just one of those nights.
Yep, your opportunities have been there. And we've taken advantage of them. It just hasn't fallen our way. Sometimes, you know, luck is when, opportunity meets talent.
Yep.
And sometimes you have bad luck, sometimes you have good luck.
And the first points there for the Blue Devils in, I would have to say, about 7 minutes.
Well, they haven't, man, it's at least 4.5.
Yeah.
Because this quarter. And, I don't know how long it took them, towards that end of that third quarter where they didn't score at all.
38-22 ball game. And a turnover there.
Yeah, she has to establish. I know people are confused with that call and a little upset. She has to establish her body on this side of the court. If she jumps from the back court into the front court and catches the ball, it's still a backcourt call.
And King gets that inside to Dyke, the foul. And so Andy Dyke from the stripe to shoot. Double bonus here, 10 team fouls for the Lady Comets. First shot doesn't fall. And a sub here is Sierra Weathers back out for Alyssa Hale, who heads to the bench. Or excuse me, she checks in. Yeah, she'll check in for Jalen Wiedemann. I'm sorry.
I think Haley came in for Alyssa.
Yeah, I was looking there.
Yeah.
Kind of looking at the stat sheet for a second.
Right.
There. And second free throw falls. Andy Dyke, 1 for 2. As they kind of get out of their offensive funk a little bit from the line. Combs passes over to Van Huss. 3 minutes left. She has a double. Has to get that ball out, reaching in. And another jump ball there. This time Kinsley Hinton.
Yeah, and you got to keep that ball high if you're Charlie.
And so Devin Edmonds will set up for the inbounds play. Flips that to Kinsley Edmond. Dribbling, met by Combs. Kind of loses her balance there. It's a little bit from the hand. 3-ball attempt here up in the air. That's no good. Getting in for the rebound there, Rainey King. And that ball goes back to Kayla Meeson, who pulled the 3-ball a moment ago. And now passing that back over to Henson. King dribbles, passes that to the corner, and a whistle.
Yeah, and I think that's Sierra's fifth. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's her 5th.
Well, I'll tell you what, she always plays hard, man.
Played her heart out.
Yeah, she's, hopefully we can get back into this game in 2:35, but if not, she had a great season.
And shot rattles around, no good. Yeah, and really the Lady Comets, they have a lot to take away from this season. A lot of positives,
Yeah.
Para Consolation Trophy, get a playoff win.
And
double your win total
again,
from last season.
Right, and again, I don't know that we've had a regional win. We may have had a district win. I don't know that we've had a regional win in at least 4 years.
3-ball attempt there by Kayla Meeson doesn't fall.
You Hinton fans that obviously you've been around longer than I have. If I'm incorrect on that, holler at me. Call me out.
405.
Right.
Text Comet too. Getting that inbounds there. Back up to the corner, Hale. She steps back, pulls for 3, a little short. Might have been some contact there. Griffiths fights for the rebound and a foul.
Yeah, Alyssa got her shot blocked a little bit, but Paisley had great position for the putback. Right, we've had one thing we haven't talked about yet. We've had a ton of offensive rebounds, a ton. I wish we had a stat sheet. So if anybody again is taking stats at home, send us how many offensive rebounds we have. Get in there.
Second free throw attempt, no good, but Vanna saves it, pops it off glass. That shot falls, 15-point ball game. 2 minutes remaining. Is they're going to press here. Crossing back, looking for a pass. If Griffiths gets in there, she can create a turnover, kind of loses it there, but back to Van Huss. Or excuse me, to Hale, who gets across to the other side.
Hit
Pass
that.
out and over. Dribble drive, pops up,
nice.
shot falls.
Hey,
13-point
we got a ball game.
And swoop it in there. Van Huss tries to stop it. That pass intended for Rainey King.
Hey, you got a ball game now. That last 30 seconds, and right now you wish you had that third quarterback.
Yeah.
You wish you had that third quarterback because you've won 3 quarters tonight.
Passes that in to Devin Edmonds. Edmonds crosses back, uses that hand, cuts back, flips that to number 20, King. King has space. She's going to drive up, tries to draw contact, does with Kimball, and a whistle.
Yeah, and if she takes one step up a little sooner, man, she has that charge call.
I was just thinking that.
And this thing kind of turns the corner a little bit.
First free throw attempt, arc ball, falls.
Yeah, she had a high arcing
That
shot right
was.
there. Looked good.
And Ramirez will check in for Van Hoos, who again is met by the applause of the Comet faithful. She's played a great game. Second free throw attempt rattles around and in. So back out to a 15-point game.
Now you kind of got to move a little bit quicker. Don't panic, but you move a little bit quicker.
Back at Combs, back over to Hale. Drive here, and like you said, they got to
Hit
get
it.
a 3-ball. Yep, got
There
to
you
pop
go,
it
right
up.
there.
Ramirez, high arc.
There's Paisley again.
Paisley Griffiths down there trying to find for the ball.
Hey, and she's going to go shoot 2 fouls right now.
Yeah, it's Auditivo. That's her second foul. It's both teams in the double bonus. So she'll be at the stripe to shoot. First free throw falls.
She got a little line drive shot, but that thing is money. I'll tell you what.
And Emily Smith checks into the ball game for Alex Kimball. Second free throw attempt rattles around, no good. Getting in there for the rebounds, Jesse Auditivo, and a whistle.
Yeah, and Alyssa kind of just runs up there and bumps into her. I don't know that she did it she's not someone who would do that intentionally. I think she just kind of ran a little too far, and they just kind of bumped into each other.
Auditivo, yeah, I said it right. Maybe not with the pizzazz, but it's her first free throw attempt doesn't fall. And we got Jalen Wiedemann who's checking in for Haley Combs. And she's getting Haley Combs, one of the leaders of the Lady Comets. She's played a great game too.
Yep.
Second free throw attempt rolls around, no good. Rebounded by Ramirez. Minute 12 remaining.
Yeah, you still got time.
Gets that ball over to Hale. Hale looks for the pass. Cross
One
court,
more.
Wiedemann. Yep, thought maybe she'd be going to the corner there. Elects to keep it. Flips to Smith. Smith passed that over as that's batted away by a pair of Blue Devils. Fighting to the floor. Another player there that she's got no shortage of effort as she gets in there and tries to get that back.
Every time
Randy King puts up a shot.
Every time April comes in, she plays hard.
She plays hard, high energy. Hale's going to drive, use her body, tries to draw for the foul. Doesn't. That's rebounded by Devin Edmonds. And she's doubled there, going to fight to the floor. And a whistle. Lady Comets fighting all the way
all the way to the end.
Clock at 0. You got to say.
And I've enjoyed calling this game because I think both teams have just absolutely played hard. And, it doesn't matter what kind of talent you have out there. If you play hard, I enjoy watching you play.
Absolutely.
It's just, you don't, it's hard to teach that. Can you teach it? Sure. But it's so much easier when the kid already has that.
Yep. Second free throw attempt. That rattles around and in. 15-point ball game. 33 seconds remaining. The Lady Comets just kind of closing this one out. Cross-court pass intended for Smith. That's picked away by Devin Edmonds.
See it again right there. Paisley comes in there. She's still fighting for that ball. Still fighting for that ball. And you get another chance at a possession.
Looking for the inbounds pass over to the corner. Wiedemann dribbles. Kind of waves around here. Has a double. Goes for the low post to Ramirez. But that's stolen away. One-on-one here. Lays it up. That shot's no good. Getting in there fighting is April Smith. Met by Jalen Wiedemann who closes in.
Good block by Bree.
She's blocked 6 seconds left. Just throwing up a shot there off glass. No good. And that may be how we ended here. As Devin Edmonds going to hold on to it. So, again, really great game. Lady Comets played well. Tough loss, falling 43-28,
Right.
but played with a lot of pride.
Yeah. I really enjoyed calling this game tonight. They had a good season. You know, I don't care about regular season records really all that much. I think you know, they had a tough task going into playoffs, and I think they had a good district game, and they've had 2 good regional games.
Yep.
And
I want to give a shout out to the boys who won earlier today.
Absolutely.
They'll be playing tomorrow, so I have to believe it'll be at 3:00 tomorrow, and I think we're awaiting the results of game plan this evening to see who they're playing. I believe so.
yeah, this next game between Stratford and Mangum,
Yeah.
the winner of that, boys will be playing for regional consolation.
Yes.
It's still winner go home. Win, you go to area for the first time since 2013, I believe.
Yeah.
Huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
So make sure, if you're not watching online, be here in Bridge Creek tomorrow at 3 o'clock to watch that game.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow right here on HintonComets.tv.